Oh, I better put this thing up here. There we go. We'll put that up. We'll also put this one up. There we go. Fantastic. Move some stuff around. How is everybody tonight? I see Blaze and Guy and Fluffy and Kaden. Why are you Terra Terra? Because Terra Terra is the new punishment character, so that means it's free. What? It's so I saw "What up? It's me, your boy, erectile dysfunction" on the Lugia on the bottom, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's a Lugia, so it's a mod. That must be chorus." How are you? How am I feeling? Still not too great, but I'm okay, I suppose. I'm got really no energy and a very severe migraine, so um, why are you being punished? What do you mean, why are you being punished? If you haven't selected a stream avatar, you get punished. It punishes you. If you see yourself as Teru, it's a visceral reaction for you to go fix yourself. That's why sometimes night stream avatars is weird. So I figure Teru makes people want to go ew and fix themselves, then people are gonna go fix themselves. Anywho. If you think you can still stream, I'm not pushing myself. It's not like that. It's just I don't have as much energy. I slept really funny last night, although I barely slept at all. And I think I like dislocated something not dislocated, but like pushed something out of place in my spine. Which is actually pretty normal for me. I know that sounds silly. How am I doing today? I hurt. I hurt really bad. But I took a muscle relaxer and I think I'll be fine. I figured this game talks for me, so I don't need to be too worried. Oh, I have like I can be typing and all of a sudden I'll push like a knuckle out of socket. Like it's my ligaments don't stay together well at all. Anywho, silly kitty. Meow. I really need to get a cat form going. One of these days when I have money to pay Aloe. Catnip, thank you for the catnip. Thank you. We're gonna continue with this though. Maybe we'll finally go through a white door. Drink? Do I have a drink? I do. Maybe. Okay, so last time we were looking for Quark. Supersonic Force. Hey Neko, I need to play this game again. I love Zero Escape games. Need to so much. Love Virtue's Last Reward. Absolutely. Are you somebody that's been here already? Am I just going nuts? What? You just said your goodbyes to 2 streamers you were watching? Okay. I'm looking to see if I've got a drink someplace because I got told to drink something and I might be out of drinks up here. It is what it is, honestly. Nope, there's drinks over there. Let me go grab some. Bum ba dum ba dum bum. Hopefully you go through a white door. And remember, for the sexually inexperienced, paying for sex is actually paying for an education. Skeletor, hi, how are you tonight? That's a good one. That's very true, though. I don't drink water. We've been over this. Chat knows. I'm allergic to fluoride and stuff, and like distilled water and blah 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 blah. Drink milk since you're a cat. Milk's actually really bad for cats. Cow's milk is extremely bad for cats. Just like me. I'm also allergic to milk fat. So, no milk for Neko either. Except for skim. Holy shit, you sound awful. Ugh. Yikes. I'm just a medical, like... You didn't know that? Yeah, no, cats aren't supposed to have milk. I have 36 food allergies. Of course I sound awful. Let's see. So we were looking for Quark. That's what we were doing. We're doing good. Don't do that.
Happy.
Thanks. What? Oh, it's just chronic. I'll be fine. I will be. I promise. I'm just, you know, a medical nightmare. I'm drinking cherry Pepsi tonight, for those of you who are asking. The caffeine will help with the migraine. I've already had like 4 cups of coffee today.
I'm asking if you're happy Quark's still missing.
Since you... Ooh, I hate that, Caden. I hate that. No, of course not. Why would I be? Sayonara, until we meet again! Hey! Zarayo, thanks for subscribing! What timeline are we in? Yeah. Yeah. What are we, magenta then green, I think? This man moving his mouth has mad DSLs? What?
And then does it hurt? Huh? Are you so terrified about whether or not he's safe that it feels like someone's got your chest in a vice?
Remember that they also, like, the mouth motions are for the Japanese localization, not for this. Let you change to Celeste to gamble? Ha 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 ha. This is the first time you heard that somebody doesn't like drinking water, but everyone has opinions. It's not that I don't like drinking water. So I'm allergic to fluoride, which already means that I gotta use, like, kids' toothpaste and stuff. But it also means that I basically have to drink distilled water, if any at all, and your body doesn't properly absorb distilled water because the minerals aren't in it. And it's just a pain. So I drink a lot of tea, because there's some stuff in it that neutralizes some of the allergy. I usually make the tea from distilled water, actually. So it's... I would love to just drink regular water. It doesn't work that way.
I didn't think so. Quark's got 9 BP.
Oh. Fantastic, Chorus. Fantastic.
If I find him first, I might make him escape. So it's better for you if I haven't found him yet.
I try not to look at their mouths moving because the animation is not always great.
Am I wrong?
Tenmyoji, what's going on here? Hi, Cherry. This doesn't sound like you. I know you're worried about Quark, but...
And just what the hell do you know? He's all I've got left. If something happens to him,
I'm just waiting for Cherry to complain about you being a mod, Chorus. Honestly. Was the game originally Japanese? Of course it was. Tenmyoji.
It's all my fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I never should have brought him here.
What do you mean, brought him here? Did you say brought?
Yes.
You thought that was new? What? So confused.
Zero made me an offer.
Wait a minute. I thought you said you and Quark were abducted like the rest of us. Ain't no way you playing this game dubbed? I am, because I don't want to have to speak everybody's lines. Thank you.
You mean you came here voluntarily?
Besides, the voice acting in this game is actually really, really good. You thought, of course, being a mod was new? Not really. You took a video of your shoes. It was some pretty good footage. Lol, Space Ghost. Hi, welcome in. Hey, answer me. What the hell is going on here?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets?
Sigma and Phi, best pair, hands down. I don't know that I want to call them a pair. Best co-stars, maybe. You're really tired? You think you might go to sleep? I feel that, Cherry. Go take a nap. Huh?
Why?
Please, just do it.
Gooch car show. Ooh. You go sleep too, Space Ghost, please. You rather love their interactions? I love their interactions too, but I would not call them a pair. Fi and I looked at one another. Neither of us knew what was going on, but there was no reason to refuse. We shrugged and did as we'd been told. Since when is Neko your mom? You're playing? Neko's just everybody's mom. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm not your mom. I just am a mom. Wanted to pop in and say howdy and wish you the Neko. Got work tomorrow, but send good vibes. Take care. Yeah, I'll see you Wednesday, Chorus, right? Wednesday, that's what we said. Bingo bongo. Fantastic. Ash Ketchup. Hi. Hello. How are you? Ah. In the blink of an eye, Tenmyoji had pulled out some kind of can from his pocket and sprayed both our wrists with it. Hey. What the hell, man? Fluffy? No, Fluffy will never be a mod. Never, Cherry. Sorry, Fluffy. You're too evil to be a mod.
Calm down. It's not going to hurt you.
Is this some kind of chemical?
Yeah. I found it when I was searching this room.
Doing good. I'm alright. I'm kinda hurting. But we're playing. We're having fun. He walked toward the door and flipped the light switch.
Good work. It's dark now.
Show me your bracelets again.
That stuff you sprayed us with was luminol, wasn't it?
Yeah. How'd you figure that out?
I guessed when you turned off the light.
Isn't that the stuff they use on cop shows to find blood and other stuff?
Yeah.
Why did you spray us? Walked about 6 miles up and down the street. Oh
Just
my
relax,
god.
okay?
Space Ghost, that sounds like a day. I wish I could walk that much.
That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Okay.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Someone mind explaining this to me?
Well, you know as much as I do now.
You're gonna do your favorite Sigma joke to match the game, but you don't want a timeout, so you're not gonna. Thank you. I appreciate it. The Sigma jokes have been grating. I get that the guy's name is Sigma. I get it. I get that the girl's name is Phi. I get it. But they are mathematical. They're Greek letters that are used in mathematical applications, and it. Blah. You just pull a wing it, pay to get yourself timed out. That was really funny, honestly. It was a super fan weekend away from where I saw one of those old school trick or treat. Ooh, neat. The deer anime is funny. Well, okay, Cherry.
I was just making guesses based on what he was doing.
Hey, Tenmyoji.
Sorry, but I've got to go. I need to go look for Quark.
No. I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen. You dropped a real bomb back there, and I'm not about to just ignore it. What did you mean when you said Zero Senior made you an offer? Why are you here?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I don't really understand how, but you seem to have decided that neither of us is Zero Senior, right?
Yeah?
Then why...
You don't get it. I can't tell you no matter who you are. Right now, we might as well assume Quark is a hostage. Zero Jr. seems to be aware of everything that goes on here. If I tell you, he'll know. And then God only knows what Zero Sr. will do. Please, I'm asking you. Put yourself in my shoes.
Poor Tenmyoji. I looked him in the eye for the first time since we'd entered the room, and saw nothing but years of loneliness and regret. Before I could speak, he turned and left the room. Hey, can I ask you a question?
It won't do you any good. Whatever you want to know, I don't know anything about it.
No, it's not about what just happened.
Yeah? Then what is it? Oh, I see. You mean his bracelet, right? Chill, man. He's a red solo.
Red Solo Cup, I fill you up, let's have a party. God, I don't even like that song.
I had a look while he was talking.
Oh, good job. That wasn't what I wanted to ask either.
Well, what is it then?
When he sprayed us, you screamed, didn't you? Out of curiosity, what console are you playing this on? You have the game on Vita and 2 Zero Escape collections on PS4. I have the Zero's Escape collection, which is 999 and VLR on Steam, and then I have Zero Time Dilemma also on Steam. I have also owned them on DS. I've owned them on Vita. I've owned them on, what was it, PS4? Yes. So I've owned them a few different places. It's one of those series that I just love, and it is not my first time playing it. So, yeah. You recognize the song? I don't like country music. It's the only kind of music I've ever heard that I just can't listen to. I can listen to everything from like traditional didgeridoo music to, you know, metal to rapping, but, you know, like K-pop, like, but country music, bleh. Did I see the Dirtman merch? Yeah, it looks pretty cool, actually. Anyhow, you screamed, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did. It was the first time you played the original. You don't have the DS version. So the DS version of 999 has a different final puzzle than everything else, and it makes so much more sense. Thematically, story-wise. If you get the chance to watch a video of somebody playing the DS version, I highly recommend watching the end of it. Because it is a different puzzle, and I think it's a really cool one.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. Not quite so tough when you're scared, huh?
Shut up. We've got stuff to do. Get going. Move!
Yeah. Country music, the way it sounds ranges what era it's from. I don't like the sound of the like when their voices are all twangy. It grates on my ears. It gives me sensory issues. This.
It looks like another warehouse.
I guess there's one on this floor too, then. Makes sense. I guessed as much when I saw the map. What's that over there?
Probably more graffiti.
Cherry!
There was one on floor A, too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that.
Erebus Grimm! Hi! Welcome in. Researching...
There's someone else here.
Is that Dio? So many Teru-Terus? Yeah. Teru-Teru is currently the punishment character. If you are Teru-Teru, first of all, ew. Second of all, go to the Stream Avatars extension and change yourself. Get yourself a real avatar. Pretty sure that song was made by AI. It doesn't matter, the song's gross.
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
What you doing? I am playing Virtue's Last Reward, which is quite the fun game. Sorry, I'm just checking on some stuff. Might have to share. Ugh. What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh. Nothing. Just going with the flow, you know? Seeing where life takes me.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us.
Cloth is back. Back.
That happens. It's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
I am reading the car stuff. I just don't have anything to say about it. Like, that sounds really cool. But I don't know what, you know, I don't know what to do. Clough avoided the back joke this time. I know. Barely, barely, barely. The rest of our lives.
Yeah. Did I stutter? Or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. It'll close for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
How's my day going? I'm in a ton of pain, but we're going. Fluffy is funny. Fluffy, you have to bet the number for... How did you mess that up? Closed for good, huh? I had to admit I'd kind of forgotten that detail, but if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they'd just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little flip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
Have a good day, bye. Well, I guess bye. Have a good one. Hello, Wing It.
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kay chose ally. If he hadn't, you'd be hanging from that crane right now.
Dio is not your favorite character. Fair. How's it going? I hurt. End of story. I'm not gonna... Everybody asks.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick ally.
That's fair, Wing It. You're not wrong.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair.
ER. I will be happy to say that when I hit 1,000 subscribers. Until then, no. Good night, Cherry. 1,000 subs. Yep. This was a joke that was made. There's even, hold on, ER, exclamation 1,000. There was a joke made when I was still under 100 subs. And Advanced Warrior wanted me to say it. So, that is our hype for 1,000. That's the goal. That's the goal.
You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company.
300 more subs? Yeah, well, like, what, 350-ish? 340 something? Yeah, you know, you can imagine Monokuma kicking Zero Jr. out over the Nana game. This, ooh, yeah, no, I could imagine that too.
Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Ruben, oh man, I love Rubens. Rico, Miku, knees. Very funny, Wing It. Was Kay by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blue solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Oh, come on. Really that thick?
It would be quick since there's 9 people instead of 16, true. Thank you, Cloth.
Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
So the next color is white.
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it?
Bye, Cherry.
Yes. Yes, it does.
I've had pulled pork quesadillas before. They're very delicious.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that,
It becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together, and then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Fi and I would need to pair up with the green solo, which is Luna.
right.
That means the other 3 would be in the same team as before. Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark. We know that Tenmyoji is a red solo and Clover is a cyan pair, so...
The only one left is the other cyan pair. So we can assume that's what Quark is.
Ooh, smoked bacon mac and cheese meatball sub. Does sound delicious. Could there be any other combinations?
No. There's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
I made mushroom chicken tortellini tonight. It was really, really tasty. We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everyone else. We should get back to floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Kitten of Death, thanks for lurking. Come on, Fi.
Right. On my way.
You know, I took a big pack of chicken thighs and I put it in the crock pot with a couple cans of roast garlic mushroom, like cream of mushroom with roasted garlic soups, and a couple of golden mushroom soups, and like a stick of butter. And then that cooked all day. And then after that was done cooking, I added in like some tortellini, like a bag of frozen tortellini, and then some cheese, and it was really yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy mushrooms. You love crockpot recipes? I actually have a box of crockpot recipes that I bought. It's like little recipe cards, and it is literally like 5 crockpot recipes a week for the entire year, it's not the entire year. It's for like 12 weeks or something like that. It's like 5 crockpot recipes a week for 12 weeks. And it helps a lot because with my energy level being awful, crockpot recipes tend to be all I can cook. Do I ever use Japanese words in conversation with people? Maybe a little bit when I'm attempting to be cringe, but not really. You love making apple butter in there. Ooh. One of my hobbies is making homemade jam, but I've never made like an apple butter before, so maybe someday. Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well, you see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah.
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
What do you mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Memento mori. If the 9th lion ate the sun. Memento mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
You want to make some garlic butter sometime soon? I got if you guys ever get the opportunity, Pillsbury has this box. It's like they put it next to like the biscuit dough in the refrigerator section of the grocery market, and it's a pull apart bread. It's a garlic cheese pull apart bread. Like, yes, you need to add like a cup of cheese to it, but oh god, it's some of the best pull apart bread. Like, that if you don't make it yourself, it's one of the best ones I've ever had. Literally, remember to die, but remember death is the more common translation. It's actually remember you will die, I believe. It's Latin, something like be aware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, that's pretty straightforward, right? If the ninth lion ate the sun. I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but... Oh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
There's an extra E in the word ninth. Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Wrong answer.
The mori is the imperative. Yeah. Remember you will die makes more sense how it's used. Yeah.
Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were.
Buffalo chicken grilled cheese. I make really good buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Also in the crock pot. And like garlic parmesan chicken mac and cheese. Make like a lot of crock pot chickens with pasta. But I've also done things like spare ribs in the pressure cooker, or the crock pot rather. I've done, my sister-in-law makes them in the pressure cooker. That's what I was thinking of. I also have made things like French toast casserole in the crock pot. I've made things like dump cakes. I've made things like big Kahlua pork roasts. Like, imagine a Philly cheese. Oh gosh, I miss like real Philly cheesesteaks. I go to Jersey Mike's kind of frequently because I miss them so much.
I guess I have to do everything. Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled ninth wrong. It should be N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
Oh. Spike Chin Stuff makes a bunch of games you love playing. Danganronpa, Raincoat, Zero's Escape, I, The Somnium Files. Yes, I love all of them too. You know what I'm excited to play actually really soon is the Edgeworth Investigations games. I'm gonna be day one and streaming that. I don't know how long we'll go that night. Who knows? Definitely make apple butter ice cream. Oh, that sounds good too. You're gonna make chat hungry at this rate? Chat's trying to make me hungry. I'm just trying to make them hungry back. Now you want garlic bread? I want garlic bread too. It's okay. I have the garlic pull-aparts in the fridge too. I just have to have the energy to make them. You love the second one best? Arby's is actually good. I mean, yeah, I like Arby's well enough. They just put an extra E in there.
Exactly.
That's kind of a boneheaded mistake. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
But why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Huh.
Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes past time. We should get moving.
Right. Seriously, the chat's making you hungry with all this food? Yeah, sorry. We like to talk about food. We're all hungry. Hello, Mario Party Hero. Welcome in. Huh? Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
How am I today? I hurt. And that's all I'm going to say about that going forward. We're just playing some VLR. You think the Terrors are multiplying? Jesus. 1 second. I might have to fix myself after this. Oh, I have to be myself for this. Come here. Guys, pick something. I think I made it worse. I think I made it worse. Nah, it's fine. There's just a lot. Yeah, go pick something. Go into the extension. Pick something. Oh, you remember this timeline? What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait.
Why did it change you back? I just randomized everybody, literally.
We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Neko, what have you done? Oops. Yeah. Guess you've got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Check what?
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yeah. What do you think she was looking at? Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. It makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts. So... blood, huh? Oh my god.
Fi suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane. It was the kind you might see at a shipyard, the sort that moves along a metal track and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around. What game is this? This is Virtue's Last Reward. Zero's Escape Virtue's Last Reward, to be specific. Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something.
Oh yeah? And what, pray tell, was that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... Can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah. This whole thing kind of sucks, right?
Add the name to the titles for the sake of the algorithm. I have the name tagged in it. I don't add the name to the titles kind of for a reason. It's on the thumbnail. Nondescriptive titles aren't good for the algo. They are, actually. The ones that I don't put the name of the game in it actually do better than the ones that I do put the name in it for. Usually. Most of the time you see the thumbnail and you go, oh hey, that's a game I want to play because the name of the game is directly on the thumbnail. And that's just how it is for me. I'm not saying that that's how it is for everybody.
Come on!
You admit you don't read the text on the thumbnail most of the time? I put a lot of time into making those, you know.
This is no time to be screwing around.
Zippy zippy.
I'm talking about this thing.
Right, but I have the game tagged. There is a spot when I make the video where I select what game I'm playing. Yeah, there's a lot of invisible tags. It's not always just the title. How do you change character? You don't want to be that chef. Somebody drop the extension link in the chat, please.
The handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady.
Or she could do it herself. Thank you, Lolita Bot.
Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief. Okay, then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a blood-stained handkerchief here? Or something along those lines.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or wait, maybe someone just dropped it? Or they could have thrown it here.
And?
You want more?
You're almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes,
Alola
exactly.
Lily.
So how long do you think it was here?
Well, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait. When's the start?
No, Fi's being important. You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone except for Clover and Kay was go look at the number 9 door. We spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms, too. Yeah, I know we looked at it from this exact angle. Guys, take a good look at this angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't... Wait. Good night. Have a good stream. Good night, Kaden.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
What's different? No way. The AB room moved?
Yeah.
Was it that crane?
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the nonary game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna. For the third time, Fi walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began 2 milkmen.
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it, so that no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about that handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was, which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief. And then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it. Then when the room was moved, it came out.
That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief.
Seems pretty likely. This is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, all right. For example, Inochi, good evening. How are you tonight? Why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body. But we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. It's also worth noting that Zero Sr. seems to have let all this slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but... Day 2 out of 5 this week. Out on a vacation trip into the wild. Ugh. So far there have been 2 murders and he hasn't done anything about either of them. You think that means Luna is Zero Sr.? Even if she was, though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible that she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but... Gonna try and make pancakes over an open fire? Ugh. Outdoors. Ugh. You do you, though. If Luna's Zero Sr., couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all, either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that was the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms, all the way till when we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then, the room must have been moved. You're now scared someone put something in the food? You were all becoming French? What's wrong with being French, Lily? You're not a huge fan of touching grass, but it helps you getting your mind off negative thoughts. Also, you'll be out in a remote lake with very crystal... Ooh. Okay. Of course. Huh. Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We're her alibi. You like French fries, but that doesn't make you French. How am I tonight? I hurt a lot, but I'm doing okay, I suppose.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was. Which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Drink. More drink. Maybe. You mean that stuff she said about what she noticed? Oh, no sips for you.
Right.
You know, hugs may not help, but I don't like being touched, but I appreciate it. Is Chef Gordon Ramsay fluffy? Welcome to Hell's Kitchen. Hey, Fi. I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here.
You're right.
Sigma. Phi.
Here we go.
There you are. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I have some bad news.
I appreciate it. Lily.
Luna. Luna is dead. She's in room 2 in the crew quarters. The same room where Alice was murdered.
I mean, I don't want to be that person, but je parle un petit peu français. Un petit peu. This was the third time I touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. Sigma is a Greek word. We're getting there. Le croissant de maçon de la chatte à la lune de la mer? Fantastic. All the French words you know. Fantastic. All at once. Fantastic. Doesn't make any sense. But sure. Panic Sam by Kalos fan. Hi Kirby, how are you? I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. Croissant? My hands began to shake and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might blink and she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still, dead, and pale.
And I trust him.
Grief cracked open like an egg and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here. This device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
The muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck. I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
I appreciate it, Inochi. Unfortunately, it is just kind of like dealing with chronic illness. And I have good days and I have bad days, so... Maybe tomorrow will be better, maybe it won't. We'll see. No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes?
But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. You have friends who also deal with it, yeah. Why is that?
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. Two of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Resuscitating.
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors.
You need somewhere you can be where you won't lose your brain cells every 1 split second? Well, I do believe this may be the place for you. We are playing something, interesting. Kay is very sus now.
Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all. And as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I had imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened.
Oof. Phantom King, yikes.
So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
So you're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes, I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR. To the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence. But...
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly. But I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I did not.
Then they had 3 minutes to escape.
That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No, I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
You're certified in CPR? Neko is not evil, but she did say French stuff to make you I didn't mean to scare you, Lily. I'm sorry. I didn't think that that would be the reaction there. Sorry.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The weapon.
It's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Then did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
Kay is very sussy now? Maybe. What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No, I don't know either way.
It's getting late. You're gonna head out. Take care and have a good one. Good night, Supersonic Force. Hope to see you next time.
They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Could they have done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here?
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think.
Indeed.
Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless.
True.
So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. Once it's time to open that door, I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were using and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then...
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
If you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Right. Yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good. Shall we go?
Wait. Shit.
Did something happen?
No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God. What the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What did you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Oh! Oh shit! Tenmyoji's a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad. And if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized. If we haven't found Quark by then.
Time! How much time do we have left? Oh no.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. What do we think, Chad? Are they gonna be there? Did we find Quark?
Chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. The fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Temioji and Clover? Have they come back yet?
Look around, asshole. What do you think? Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do you have Alice's bracelet? Hand it over.
Vi pulled it out of her pocket. The face still shone with a blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Vi's eyes never left Dio as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being. 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
You hate Dio so much. True, honestly, you guys got such a great ending the first time around for us to all hate Dio together.
Oh, come on. Now you're gonna grow a heart? If you stay here, you're gonna kill me.
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
All right, fine. I'll be honest with you. The truth is, I've got a kid. A baby.
Think one up, Keaton.
I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
A liar?
That's...
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth. Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay.
Kinda tired? Oh. I'm sorry, hon.
Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, please.
I mean, we basically just had some story for the first hour. We ran around looking for Clover. A lot of people asked Neko questions. We're finally like getting into the thick of story. Kay turned to look at me and Vi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma. I want you and Phi to go into one of the doors as well.
You had a Long John donut from Casey's gas station earlier today? Donuts. Such a shame Dio can't live up to his namesake.
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the 2 of you join us.
You're gonna get ice cream? I might have some ice cream here in a little bit too.
That is my condition.
Damn it. Couldn't make this easy, could ya?
What was that, Dio?
What do you say? The decision is yours.
Let me also let you guys know that this is the first ending I ever got. No. I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
I can't just leave them behind. And there's no more ice cream? Oof, Fluffy.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
Fi.
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer.
No sips for you, but thanks for the catnip.
You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Huh? Go back, please.
Huh?
Uh.
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
Why?
Do you actually believe Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
Kay, what are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
Kay turning left, quickly disappearing outside of our door. Fi and I lay on the floor, moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
Not quite able to walk yet, Fi and I crawled out of the secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful, and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyoji, Clover, Quark. I hoped they were all right, somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Fi finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. The silence from the lack of music, yeah. Security room. Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah. It said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does that mean we'll be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
True enough. The silence speaks for itself, yeah. Yeah, I'm worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Alrighty. Oh, it's been a long time since I've done this room. Looks like we've got 9 switches. There's a little thunderbolt icon up there. My guess is these are a bunch of power switches. They're all red. Does that mean they're all off? How about you try and flip some of them? Did you hear something? Yeah, I did. Kind of a starting up sound. Hello, Neko! And Aloe's on her own stream. Finally got back to home base after a late night work shift shopping for food and a haircut. Now you have to go to bed because you have a meeting first thing tomorrow. Okay. These are from security cameras. I thought so. Hey, what about Temyoji, Clover, and Quark? Can you see them anywhere? You can see just as well as I can. There's nobody there. No Dio or Kay either. Oh, excuse me. You'll leave the stream running on your PC? Thank you. See you tomorrow night, Alex. Might as well still take a good look at it, though. Damn, nothing. Hey, I just rubbed it a little and it turned on. I don't think the rest is going to be that easy, though. Look at the screen. Password screen. It's a chair. Yep, and it's red. This one's the same. Barely touched it, it's ready to go. Hope Mekamaru gets justice? Yeah. Yeah, it's showing the same thing, too. It's blank. Why is Guy betting so much? Maybe because he wants to. I wonder what this is. Dunno. Looks like a machine of some kind. Some binders. Some kind of code. All the binders are like that. Do you think this does something? It looks weird, but I'm pretty sure they're just shelves. A set of shelves made up of 8 hexagons. There are triangles wedged in between each of the hexagons. Some hourglasses. Let's turn this off. Is this a lion? What's it got in its mouth? It's some kind of button, right? Looks like you can push it. I can barely make it out, but I think there's something carved on the surface. A sun? Wait, so is this lion eating the sun? Yeah. Whatever. Right now we need to focus on getting out of here. I'm gonna push that button. That okay? Yeah, sure. Whoa. The light's turned off. I guess it's a light switch. But it's turned our little things over here interesting colors. And it's given us some interesting things here. There are letters on front of the step underneath the red line. Interesting. This room has always been one of those rooms that it's like, You're gonna feel somewhat silly no matter what you do in this room. Okay, You need a decoder for your decoder app. Turn the lights back on. Let's see. Also a password. Well, look. Some of these have interestingly colored chairs. Maybe we should go look at, hold on. The red one, it told me. Magenta. Oh, magenta, cyan, and... Oh, red. TMJ, YUV, GJ. Maybe we could try that. Looks like a login. Think we need to put in a password. Okay. I'm gonna hit the back button though, because I'm gonna write this one down. Actually, I'm gonna write all of them down, I think, just for sake. Just give me 1 second, chat. Okay. Let's go back up and turn that light switch back off. That's the button I'm looking for. Down here. And then we'll write on the memo screen. Okay. So let's see here. Ow. Okay. Let's write it in blue because I find that the easiest to read. Alright, the red one is TMJ YUVGJ. The magenta one is ZYKGLPE. The cyan is TISG. And then what's that? We'll check the colors afterwards, but SGDQNY, ADGB, and ESDMAS. Is that yellow, cyan, and blue? Yeah, okay. So... Blech. No. Oh, it's yellow, green, and blue. Okay, whatever. Why did I write it like that? That's so weird. Fantastic. Yellow chair. Let's try the yellow one first. Here we go. Yellow was SDGQNY. No? I did write that right. SGDQNY. SGDQNY. N-Y. Oh, I just spelled it wrong. Did it work? Yeah, I guess so. Good job. Ah, cakewalk. Sure. Did you see this icon? The one in the upper left corner? Yeah. Is it supposed to be an hourglass? Touch it and find out. Determine the value in seconds for each hourglass, then fill in the blanks. If the value is a single-digit number, place a 0 before it. Okay. Now this is like a interesting one. You're looking what word up in the dictionary later? Alright. That's the same 4. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then -1. Also, okay, so then if I'm correct, yep, okay. And then if I flip this one again, yes, okay. Okay. Let me back up for a second, because we did pick these up. See how many seconds the hourglass counts, blah blah blah. Makes sense. I know that. I just... Let me look at these. The yellow one's 11, and the red one is 4. So we'll start with that, actually, honestly. This one is 4, and this one is... Oh. That's gonna be wrong. This one's 4, and the yellow one's 11. Why hourglasses? It's just a puzzle. Maybe. 4. And then 8. And then leaves me with 1 here, so that's 11. Right. So, if this is 11, and then these two are both at the same time, that means that this is 11 plus 4. The pink is 15, so 11 and 15. The blue one here. Actually, I wonder, I'm going to compare that against the 11. And then if I flip this one instead, these are at the same time. So 11 minus 4 is what? Brain fart. 7? Yeah. Okay, so this is 7. And then the green one here is 7, and then, so that's 9. And then 11, and then what did we say the pink one was? Is 11 plus 4, which is 15. There we go. Ha! They measure some sort of time. Got it. Not bad. There's another icon on the screen now. Yes, there is. Hey, look! The screen's changed. Huh? What the heck is this? There's a different word on each one. I guess we're supposed to shuffle them around until they make sense. How? Well, look at the screen underneath them. It's got the same words in 9 squares. So I'm supposed to use that console to move the words around. That would be my guess. Okay, let's give this a shot then. I happen to know what this is supposed to be. Damn it. No dice. I'm discounting on you. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? That is what it is. I was you, will be me. She knows everything. Not all the words are needed. The unneeded words should be... Ah, that's the problem. Okay. Alright. Anywho, we're gonna go on to the next one of these. Alright, fine. You better get this right, Sigma. But we took notes. The green one, A, D, G, B. Hexagon puzzle. This one's done too. Same results as before. And another icon up in the corner. I wonder what this icon means. There's only one way to find out. Change the colors to the correct ones by clicking on the hexagons and triangles. Remember that you only have 4 moves to complete this puzzle. This one will take me a hot minute because if I can't remember what it is. 2. Oh, or it could just be that easy. She knows everything. I wonder if it's referring to our mystery corpse. Maybe. Oh, you figured it out. Not bad. And my reward? Ha. Nice try. Looks like Zero's got something for you, though. You mean this new icon? Right. What was that noise? Nothing happened on the screen. Look up. The one over your head. Huh? I was you. This was the red chair, right? TMJYUV. TMJYUV. GJ. Honestly, this is nice to be playing this. I'm actually playing this with my drawing tablet, which has been kind of nice because it feels more like the original when I played it on the DS. Good. That's all of them then. Well done. Would it really kill you to take that disdain down like 10%? Yes. Look at the corner of the screen. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah. An icon. I've seen this icon before. It's just like the one on the other side. So that would mean it's the same as the one on the other side. But that's not the correct answer. No sips for you. So like this one, and then this one, this one. No. No. Nope. Not gonna be it either. This might take me a hot minute. Fluff got it? You wanna, I mean, if you wanna try, you know, giving me instruction for this one, like I said before, I hate these ones. They never make proper sense to me. The two middle hexagons and the two middle triangles? Thanks, Fluffy. How do you like that, puzzle? Fluffy, you're gonna get some bonus net coin for that. Not that you really need it. What are you doing? This is just like the other one. Look up. Will be me. Oh. I need to go some specific ones. Was it this one? Oh. Almost right. Just as I thought. Yeah, looks like you got it. Good work. Nothing's changed though. Well, at least not here. Take a look at the screens up on the wall. This is a password. A new safe password. Let's go open it. But before I do that, I'm gonna get the other password. I wonder what those sentences mean. Nice work. Look, the screen changed. Different password this time. Well, that's a nice easy one. Let's just plug in this password. Let's go to the archive. Sun Star Star, huh? Smart Neko? I've played it before. Every time somebody's like, "Oh, good job, Neko," I'm just like, I've done this. I feel bad. I don't know. It opened. So it did. This card looks familiar. Different image, though. Yeah, it's one of the AB room cards. Well, I guess there are two of them, actually. These are the star keys the announcer was talking about. And then we've got the same key as usual. Okay, let's get going. The lock for the door. It says lock. I'm gonna open it, okay? You ready? Yes, of course I am. Get on with it. Right, here we go then. 3, 2, 1. Bacon Man! Hello, long time no see.
Wait, I just realized something.
What's that?
When we were looking at the security footage earlier, we were just looking for live feeds. We were trying to figure out where the others are. What they were up to, if they were alive, and so on. But we totally forgot that security systems like this can do more than show you live footage.
Oh.
Are you following me?
Yeah. You're talking about stuff that's been recorded, right? Footage of the past. If they store that, we might be able to see it.
Yeah, I don't know how much luck we'll have, but it's worth a shot.
Definitely. What do we do?
Leave that to me.
You know how to use this thing?
Well, it was designed so that a human could operate it. That means there's a logic to how it's set up. A computer computes, a calculator calculates, and an automobile mobiles. Everything's designed to do something, and once you know what, you can start guessing how. Once you start to figure out how to get it to do things, it's just a question of playing with it until it does the things you want it to.
And a fluff fluffs. No, a fluff pops Poyos.
See?
Monitoring video data. Looks like this is it. Good work.
Knock it off. Makes it sound like you're better than me or something.
Wait. What the heck is this? Everything says no data.
Let's check the log. Damn it. This isn't good. Looks like all the video data was removed before we got here.
By Zero.
That would be my guess. All it says here is administrator.
Damn. Well, that's a little frustrating.
Yeah,
That footage could have told us a lot.
it might have given us what we need to figure out who the killer is, too. The camera in room 2 in the crew quarters would have recorded what happened to Alice and Luna. Same for the old woman in the warehouse. And if there was a recording of us being carried into the AB rooms, we could have even figured out who Zero Senior is.
With that logic, a fidget spinner spins and a fruit fly flies. Fantastic, Cryo. Hey. What's this?
You want to open it?
Yeah.
It says Gollum status.
That should be the system logs of those robots. I told you about them in the pantry, remember?
Yeah, you mean the room full of robots on the other side of the green door?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Shoot. Everything here's been erased too.
Looks like it.
I guess there isn't anything we can... Wait a second.
What is it?
There's a scroll bar. Try scrolling. I knew it. That golem we met is still functional.
What do you mean? I thought you told me Gollum, or whatever his name was, started spitting smoke and keeled over.
Yeah. But he said that his what passes for a golem's brain, I guess, was in the main computer. Only his body was disabled. His brain is probably still functioning. Can we see his logs?
Already on it. Here you are.
Then, try the one that says cash. She used her mind to press the buttons. These file names all just seem like random characters. Whatever. Just pick one and open it, I guess.
Sure. This is...
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is probably from right after Kay decked us. We'll be tossed in that white door on the left in a minute. Just watch. See?
interesting. This is the footage the Golem pulled from the main server. The original data was deleted, but it looks like the stuff he pulled is still here.
Exactly.
So, if we go back through these files...
Yeah. We might be able to figure out who the killer is. Maybe even who Zero Senior is.
Nice! Great work, Sigma.
Come on, I told you I don't need you to kissing my ass. Besides, it's not like I really did anything. We started going through the rest of the files. The security footage showed Kay and Dio clearly passing through the white door on the far right.
Good. Looks like they're both fine.
That just leaves Tenmyoji, Clover, and Quark. I opened my mouth to continue, and then it happened. My vision suddenly blurred, and shaking my head did nothing to clear it. I staggered, my balance gone. What? Why is she talking like that? She sounds like someone's playing a tape of her voice all sped up. What is going on here? I can't understand what she's saying. And why is she moving so fast? It's like watching a video on fast forward. What the hell is... Wait. Could it be me? Or a golem? Ooh, interesting theory. Maybe my brain is slowing down somehow. So it just looks like everything is speeding up. I still couldn't make out what she was saying, so I just nodded weakly. My eyes drifted shut as I tried to sort out what was happening to me. I woke up several minutes later. Oh, when I opened my eyes... Sorry. The first thing I saw was the ceiling of the security office. I sat up slowly, rubbing tenderly at my head. This is sick? Why do you say that? Phi, who had been sitting in front of one of the monitors, stood up and walked over as soon as she heard me move.
You okay?
Her voice sounded normal again. And she wasn't moving strangely either. Whatever had been happening seems to have stopped. I let out a quiet sigh of relief. Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's good. You really looked like you'd lost it for a minute there.
Well, I seem to have found it again. This is the security office. Maybe they've got a lost and found.
Your sanity's pretty easy to miss. I'm surprised anyone found it, let alone turned it in.
Heh.
Well, looks like I don't have anything to worry about.
Yeah. I think I must just be getting tired. Kinda surprised it didn't catch up to me sooner.
I hope that's all it is. You haven't caught a disease or something, have you?
For just a moment, I thought of Radical 6. Catnip? Thanks for the catnip. An easy way to not draw all those security videos. Yeah, Fluffy, right? But I didn't want to worry Phi if I didn't have to. Better to stay quiet about it.
Well, you're looking a lot better, so I can stop worrying, right?
What are you, my mom?
Fine. No more check-ins. Anyway, I figured come have a look at this.
Oh, I figured some stuff out while you were resting, is what she said. What is it?
Footage from room 2 in the crew quarters. The room where we found Alice and Luna. I dug it out of Gollum's cache.
When was this recorded?
You'll see in a minute.
Up there on the right. That looks like some sort of time code.
Can you figure it out?
No sips for you. No. It's just a bunch of numbers. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Yeah. The central server seems to be using its own time system. Files appear to be named based on that system. They might as well be random to you and me, which made it pretty hard to find this gem.
Huh? Oh, it's Kay.
Yeah.
He looks at his bracelet here. Probably checking how much time is left.
I'll just pause that and magnify it.
21 minutes. So that means this footage is from 21 minutes before the primary doors opened, right?
Exactly.
And that would have been the white doors in this case, right?
Yes. After Kay leaves this room, it's about 2 minutes before he comes back with you and me.
There were 20 minutes on the clock when we met up with him, right? So that means what we're seeing here is Kay 1 minute before he saw
Right.
us. That means this is right after he tried to resuscitate Luna.
Yeah, if you believe him. The footage here doesn't show any of that.
Are there any other angles?
I looked around, but I couldn't find one. The only stuff left is shot from this position. Even so, I think we've gotten our hands on something important.
Cloth, I've already told you what Cryo had to eat today. A mushroom chicken with tortellini. You mean that this is a record of what happened right around the time of Luna's death, right?
Exactly. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. I'll move back to the start of this file so we can see it in chronological order. Let's say this is 0 hours, 0 minutes. After all, it's not like we know what time it actually is.
Right.
So, this is the start of our footage.
There's no one here.
Yeah. About a minute goes by before anyone shows up.
Wait, how do you know it's been a minute?
This.
Oh, that's the hourglass we used earlier.
Yeah. If I play it back at normal speed, I can measure time using this hourglass. Then I just add the time from the hourglass, and that's how far in we are.
Huh. Oh, someone's coming in. Luna. Is that Clover behind her?
Yeah. This is 0 hours, 1 minute. Right now you and I are talking to Dio in the Floor B warehouse. With the time frame we've established, calculating what we're doing is pretty easy.
What's going on? Are they fighting? No. It's not really a fight. It looks like Clover's just going off on Luna. Luna's just staying silent and listening to her.
Yeah.
Can we hear them? Is there an audio track?
Want to listen to it?
What the hell is this?
Don't know. The audio data must have been transcoded into something else.
Well, we won't be able to understand anything in that.
Seen enough? I'm going to fast forward a little bit.
Huh?
Clover's interrogation goes on for a while, but it's all pretty much the same thing. Now, at 0 hours, 10 minutes, things suddenly change. Here.
Hey, they're gone. As I watched, Clover moved steadily closer to Luna, who backed away almost as if she were frightened. Clover continued her advance until she disappeared below the bottom edge of the screen. Allo, Wade! Allo, ambush! No, I did not miss the entire conversation, Fluffy. I just was ignoring you guys. Lee, Allo, hi! OMG, hi. How is babies? Baby gaming? Are you sure it was adorable? Hi. Go ahead and link yourself for me. Please. Thank you. Babies gaming, more like babies gambling. What? Is there another? No, you said this was it. Another wave of Terra has entered. Yes, please fix yourselves. Ugh.
Yeah. This is the only one that I found. Shouldn't be too hard to guess what happened after you've seen the next part, though.
Clover left. She looked like she was kind of panicking.
Yeah. This is about 1 minute and 40 seconds after they both left the frame. So 0 hours, 11 minutes, 40 seconds.
Only Clover left. You don't need to be fixed? Ew. That's not a goose. Luna's still in the room. That means...
Hold on. Wait until you've seen the whole thing before you start deducing. At 0 hours, 12 minutes, another person comes in just missing her.
Dio. He's disappeared too. Down below the bottom of the frame. What's he up to?
I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that whatever it was, he doesn't want us to know about it. Remember what he
Why?
said when you asked him about Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here.
You're saying he was lying. He wasn't in the Floor B warehouse the whole time. He went to the crew quarters after we left him.
Yeah. So what would have been important enough for him to lie about it? We should consider that it might have been something bad.
Whenever Neko sees the cryogoose tonight... Ugh. Nope. Changing. Nope. Fixing. Nope. Goosing. I said I wasn't gonna mess with these tonight, but... You won! Except that I think Fluffy won. Oh, you meant that. Here. We'll just give you this one. Goober? Lee certainly does not want to be Taro, I'm sure. There. Ruin the fun? I don't want to look at that thing. And whatever it was, it happened during this time. Cryo, it's in her... I'm so confused, but alright.
Yeah, I think so.
Hammer Bro! Hi, hello, how are you? Alright, now he's left. And it looks like he left in a hurry.
Maybe he heard a noise.
What's that in his hand? Like what?
The cyan door opening? Now, 10 seconds after Dio leaves, a fourth person shows up. That brings us to 0 hours, 13 minutes, 10 seconds.
It's Kay. Ah. When he heard Kay open the cyan door, he panicked. Whatever he was up to, he didn't want Kay to catch him at it.
And then Kay disappears too.
Yeah, below the bottom of the frame, just like the others.
If Kay was telling the truth, this is where he begins to try and resuscitate Luna. Anyway, nothing happens for the next 16 minutes. It's just this. So I'll fast forward, alright?
Sure.
Alright, should be around here. One sec. Okay, you should see something you recognize in a minute here.
There's Kay coming in from the bottom of the frame. And he's checking the time on his bracelet. Man, I feel that, Hammer Bro. I feel that. So we've come full circle, huh?
Yeah. We're back to 21 minutes before the primary doors open. For our arbitrary time code, that's 0 hours and 29 minutes. 1 minute later, at 0 hours 30 minutes, Kay heads to the Floor A warehouse.
Once he gets there, he'll tell us about Luna's death.
That's all the footage I wanted to show you. I've looked at it carefully, and I think it has something to tell us.
You mean who killed Luna, right?
Well, I can't say for sure. This footage makes for pretty shaky evidence. But it does suggest who do you think it is?
It suggests a very likely culprit, is what she was saying. I ran over the footage in my head. 0 hours 1 minute, Clover and Luna enter the room. For 9 minutes, Clover aggressively questions Luna. 0 hours 10 minutes, they both move out of frame. 0 hours 11 minutes 40 seconds, Clover exits the room. 0 hours 12 minutes, Dio enters the room. Dio also immediately exits the frame. It seems likely that Dio was up to no good during this period. And if we look at what's in his hand, that's... I mean, what does that look like to you guys? 0 hours 13 minutes, Dio exits the room. 0 hours 13 minutes 10 seconds, Kay enters the room. Kay also disappears from the camera's field of view. At this point, there are 16 minutes where nothing happens. A tetramino. No, it looks like a knife, you goof. 0 hours 29 minutes, Kay enters the frame. He looks at his bracelet. You can't see it. It's heavily implied that that's the knife, that Dio took the knife. It says 0021, the remaining time until the primary doors open. There seems to be only one conclusion. The person who killed Luna is... Who do we think, chat? Who do y'all think? Was it Clover? Was it Dio? Was it Kay? I'm gonna put up a poll for that. Ba-dum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum. Poll. It must be Wing It. Blame Wing It. You think Dio? Leave this poll up for a couple of moments before I... It looks like he grabbed the knife and left the other piece of evidence. No one suspects Clover. Interesting. That is interesting to me. We have 5 votes. There's 10 people in here. Anybody else want to vote? Last call. You did say we have 2 primary suspects. Does no one suspect Clover, like, at all? I'm curious. You don't think it's Kay? That's just what you think? Alright, I guess I'll end the poll. Fantastic. We're gonna say Dio. Dio.
What makes you so sure?
We do know she's capable of murder from the last game, don't we? He was up to something in there.
And you think that something was killing Luna?
Yeah.
It's not a very strong argument.
Who do you think it is?
Right now, the most likely suspect is Clover.
Why? Luna could have still been alive after Clover left the room. Dio and Kay both went into the room after Clover. Either of them could have killed Luna too.
That is true. This footage isn't enough to tell us who the killer is. But if we take one other thing into account, then she starts to look a lot more guilty.
And what is that other thing?
What Dio said to us at the White Doors. Kay wanted us to go into the White Doors, right? You told him you wouldn't leave 3 people behind to die. What did Dio say to you?
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed.
He would only have said that if he knew that only 2 of us would be going through the door. Do you understand?
Dio knew that we had Luna's bracelet, which would mean he also knew she was dead.
Exactly.
Right? Which kind of takes Kay off the table.
If he hadn't known she was dead, he would have said something else. He would have objected the moment Kay suggested we go through the door.
That's impossible. How are they supposed to get through without Luna?
But he said nothing. Almost as if he never expected her to be there in the first place. Now, why would he do that? I can think of 2 reasonable explanations. Either Luna was already dead when Dio entered room 2 in the crew quarters.
Dio's your sus? Yeah.
Or he killed her himself. If the latter was correct, however, I suspect he would have behaved differently. If Dio had killed Luna, he would have made sure to do something that he thought would cast suspicion off of himself. Most likely, he would have asked about her absence.
Where's Luna? Sigma and Phi won't be able to get through the White Doors without her.
Although it clearly wouldn't provide an ironclad alibi, I imagine he'd think it would make him less suspicious. That's why it's relevant that he said nothing about Luna. Of course, this doesn't mean he's innocent of killing her. But it does make it seem a lot less likely. So, if what I'm saying is correct, what does it mean?
That when Dio entered the room, Luna was already dead.
Exactly. Clover also has a motive.
You mean what Alice noticed?
Yeah. The movement of the A-B rooms convinced Alice that Luna had killed the old woman. Once Clover realized that, she probably started to think that Luna had killed Alice to keep her from telling anyone else the truth. She probably led Luna to the crew quarters to confront her. Maybe she hoped seeing Alice's corpse would cause Luna to confess. Maybe she knew something we don't. But Clover didn't get what she wanted. Luna didn't confess. Then, during her interrogation, something happened. It's hard to say what. Luna might have said something that set Clover off. Or maybe she admitted to a crime she didn't commit just to get Clover to stop. Whatever it was, something happened that drove Clover to murder.
When did Clover get the injection gun?
I would guess after she went through the yellow door. She would have been exploring the infirmary with Alice and Kay. That seems the most likely place to find it. Anyway, this is all just a theory, right? We don't have any proof, so keep it quiet, okay?
Yeah, I know. Oh, there was one last thing.
No.
Oh, was there any footage Was there any other footage that showed anything, was the question.
Nothing to tell us where Clover, Tenmyoji, and Quark went. And nothing about the old woman or Alice's murders either.
So Zero Senior's identity.
Still unknown.
Okay. Well, let's go find Clover. I guess we're not gonna know the truth unless we get it straight from the horse's mouth.
I wonder if Clover's even alive.
She is. She has to be.
I sure hope so.
No need to draw what, Fluffy? Warehouse A. No one's here.
Yeah. Alright, let's start looking.
Neko, are you cool? Sure.
We'll go through the crew quarters and work our way toward the elevator. Got it?
Yeah. I don't think I know you well enough to say yes or no, Cloth. Honestly.
You search rooms 1 and 2. I'll take 3 and 4.
Do I think you have a brain? Sure. I mean, if you didn't have a brain, that would be a little, strange considering you're talking. Is chat cool? Majority of the time. Got it. Alice. Luna. The most horrible thing about death is how it turns a person into a thing. It's a thing that looks like your friend, but it's not them anymore. Just this strange, cold shell. And every time you look at it, you feel a little of that coldness creeping in around the edges of your soul. Whoop. Seeing death puts a heavy ball of lead in your stomach that just sits there, poisoning you. I turned and left the room.
No good.
I would assume so, Cloth. I don't know. Don't ask me.
There's no one in 3 or 4. What about yours?
Same. Nobody in them. Except Alice and Luna. The lead ball pressed against the inside of my abdomen. I leaned back against the wall and let out a long, weary sigh.
What's wrong? You need to get it together. What are we doing right now?
Looking for the others.
Right. I know how you feel, but sitting around being miserable isn't gonna help anybody. Let's go.
Yeah. You're right. Phi turned and headed for the door at the far end. I heaved myself up off the wall and followed. no. The first thing I felt was that strange cold sweat of terror. My stomach clenched in protest, pushing a wave of bile and nausea up into my throat. The lead ball turned to ice, and my legs began to tremble under its weight before they finally gave way and collapsed. They were dead. I could feel it the moment I looked at them, but I didn't want to believe it. They couldn't be dead. Perhaps they were just sleeping. The cool, limp feel of their skin under my shaking fingers dashed any hope I'd had left. I wrapped a trembling hand around the end of the bed and hauled myself up onto it. Even when I closed my eyes, I could still see them. My heart hammered away at my ribs, and my chest felt so tight I could barely breathe. I forced myself to take long, deep breaths. Finally, I opened my eyes.
They were in a blind spot.
What?
The security camera. Remember how we didn't see anything in the real-time feed in the security room?
I mean, they're handcuffed to a sink. I doubt that they died from disease, Cryo. Yeah, I guess the partition was in the way.
Yeah.
They're handcuffed together.
Yeah. Whoever did this really didn't want them going anywhere. The chain's been looped around the pipe below the sink.
They would have been trapped in here when the doors closed. Why?
Look, see the red marks on their wrists? They were trying to get the handcuffs off.
What do we know about Radical 6? All that we know is that it's a disease that's killed hundreds of thousands of people. This is all just weird? It is. So you're saying it wasn't one of them that did this?
Probably not.
There's a cut on Tenmyoji's left hand. It looks like it's probably from a knife or something similar. Must have been deep.
And the blood on his clothes probably came from that wound. I don't see any others, at least.
You know nothing about this game? Yeah, well, I mean, aside from what you've seen.
If this was the only one, it doesn't look fatal. I don't think he died from this cut.
The penalty. When the primary doors closed, they couldn't get to them. The needles in their bracelets activated and...
Yeah. You can see the marks on their wrists from where they were injected. The tubacurine must have killed them.
Do you think that's why they were handcuffed to the sink?
They wouldn't have been able to get through the white doors without Quark. Someone wanted to use the penalty to kill them. They didn't need to tie them up.
Yeah, you've got a point. What's wrong?
I take back what I just said.
You find something?
Yeah.
Phi bent down to pick something up and handed it to me. A cyan bracelet. This was Quark's.
Correct. It has 9 BP, too. There's no mistake.
What is Quark's bracelet doing here? Wait, no, hold on. If Quark's bracelet is here, then that means...
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
No. No, this can't be happening. Not Quark.
Hey, Sigma, calm down. Just because his bracelet's off doesn't mean Quark's dead.
But...
In fact, this could be good news. A ray of hope.
Ray of hope?
Yeah. If Quark still had his bracelet on, then he would have ended up like Tenmyoji and Clover. But he's not wearing it. That means he might have managed to avoid getting injected with tubacurine.
You mean the bracelet came off before the doors closed?
Yeah.
That's impossible. Zero Jr. told us that they only come off when your heart stops or when you escape.
Maybe he got out then.
Right, he's got 9 BP. Wait, so you're saying he escaped and came back and left his bracelet here? No, that's impossible too. Zero Jr. said the number 9 door only opens once. Even if he was able to get outside, he couldn't just come back in.
Why do you have to be so pessimistic? Have you actually seen Quark dead? Huh? You need to think positive, Sigma. Reality is what we believe it to be.
Huh. Really? So you're saying this is what we wanted to happen?
That's enough! Quark is definitely alive.
Welcome back, Cherry.
He has to be. He has to be. I refuse to believe he isn't. I can't let an innocent kid like that get killed.
I wanted to ask if she meant Clover and Tenmyoji weren't innocent, and it deserved to die, but swallowed my words. Yes, she did just bitch slap us. Fighting wasn't gonna help us. All I could do was hope that Phi was right. Perhaps Quark was still alive. Sigma did deserve it. You're not wrong, Fluffy. What are you doing?
Examining their body. Tenmyoji first. Clues.
Why? What kind of clues?
To who might have killed them. Finding Quark's bracelet tells us something. If the killer saw it, that would make for an obvious motive.
With Quark's bracelet, Clover and Tenmyoji would have been able to go through the white doors. The killer handcuffed them to the sink to prevent that.
Right. That's my guess, at least.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, Cherry, we deserved it.
That's odd.
What's wrong?
I can't find anything. I should have found something.
What?
You remember when we ran into Tenmyoji in the rec room? He sprayed our wrists with luminol. I'm sure I saw him pull the spray bottle out of his pocket.
And now you can't find it.
Right.
Do you think the killer took it?
I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at Clover, too.
Here's an idea. What's your idea, hon?
Give me a minute.
Phi knelt down next to Clover as she spoke and began to gingerly examine her corpse. Then after a moment I saw her hands stop.
Look. See your thigh? Doesn't it look like there's something written there?
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, I'll have to move your leg a little bit.
It's written in blood. It must be Tenmyoji's.
It says 016.
What does that mean?
I feel like I've seen that somewhere.
Just like the Leon case.
016.
Or 910. Or,
016.
What if Kay or Dio used Tenmyoji and Alice as leverage against Quark and Clover? Or Dio. Fluffy.
I know I've seen it somewhere. It's no use. Can't remember.
Don't get my hopes up like that.
Anyway, these numbers have to have something to do with the killer. She must have written them after she got hit with the soparil. There would have been a few minutes before she went all the way under when she could have done something. I think she probably used those last minutes to tell the rest of us who'd killed her.
If this is the finger that she wrote it with, it feels weird that she'd write it on this thigh. That's all I have to say. 016, huh? Maybe, but the only people who could have done it are Kay and Dio. Assuming it wasn't one of us, I mean.
No. There's also Quark. I mean, I'm not saying he did it, just...
damn it. This is hopeless. I can't keep up anymore. Everything here is a goddamn mystery. Like, what about the old woman we found? Who killed her? The movement of the AB room makes Luna seem the most suspicious. But when would she have done it? And we don't have a good explanation for why she would have wrapped the knife up in a handkerchief. And of course, now Luna's dead too. So who could have killed her? The footage from the security camera paired with Dio's behavior makes Clover seem like the most likely suspect. But now we'll never know for sure. Alice's killer is a complete mystery. We don't know what the hell 016 is supposed to mean. We don't have any ideas where Quark's gone. What the hell does any of this mean? Who killed everyone? Was it Zero? Zero Senior? And who is Zero Senior? What the hell does he want? Why does this game even exist, and why did they kidnap us and bring us here? While we're at it, where is this? When is this? Mysteries, mysteries, mysteries. I feel like my head's about to explode. Please, Fi. Give me something. Anything. A clue, a hint. Come on, you gotta have something.
The luminol.
Your money's on Dio? Huh?
I think there's a very good chance someone took the spray bottle out of Tenmyoji's pocket.
Okay, but how is that important?
Well, let me ask you this. Why do you think they took it?
So they could test for blood?
What would they need to do in order to do that?
Sippy sippy. Thank you. They just need to spray the bottle at whatever they wanted to test.
That's it?
No, wait, you're right. Luminol reacts with organic compounds and glows, but the glow is really faint. So you need to make it dark. You have to turn off the lights in order to see if anything's glowing.
And that would mean?
That would mean the rec room. Fi and I raced for the door. We weren't sure what we'd find, but we knew where we were going. I had a feeling deep in my gut that whatever we found would be the breakthrough I'd been looking for. There we go. Do 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 do. Down the elevator we go. Beep, 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 boop. Guy, no joke, you're not lucky? What happened to the rec room again? You could turn off the lights in the rec room. You haven't been gambling to earn net coins slowly? It's been much slow. Everything in my head ground to a halt. Even after all I'd seen, a room full of corpses had a profound effect. It was such a ridiculous thought that before I could stop myself, I laughed. That laugh made me think. Was laughter in this situation a defensive response designed to protect a brain from constant emotional bombardment? Is this really similar to Dongan? necessarily. Duncan's got like one route and that's how the game goes. Quark is killing everyone? Are you sure about that? You think Quark would have been able to put an axe through a suit of armor? They say that right before an animal dies, it feels a moment of comfort. Right before death, the brain releases a huge amount of endorphins into the bloodstream. Pain is only a warning signal meant to help the body avoid death. But when death becomes a certainty, pain no longer has any use. In fact, that loss of pain can lead to incredible feats on the edge of death. There's 28 endings, Eviolite. we're going for them all. Let's say that two species of animals come under attack from some overwhelming force. All of them are severely wounded and near death. Species A feels pain, but Species B doesn't. The horrible pain felt by Species A prevents them from moving, but because they feel no pain, some of Species B will manage to drag their wounded bodies to safety and survive. How many are we on now? I would have... Hold on. Let me look. We've got this ending. We got these two dead endings. This ending is locked behind information on another route. As a result, Species A is eliminated, and only Species B manages to survive. This process of natural selection has been repeated for thousands, no, millions of years. All creatures that walk the face of the earth are descended from Species B. I'm no exception. That's why I can look at a room full of corpses and laugh. Either he's killing everyone, or Quark became sick with Radical 6 and spread it to everyone else, and can cause people to kill themselves or each other. That seems a little weird for a disease, doesn't it? The genes I've been given by a million years of evolution have changed my fear into ecstasy. Oh, he did, didn't he? I guess this means you and I are the only survivors.
Don't make me keep saying it. Quark's still out there somewhere.
Yeah, you're right. He is still out there. So would that mean he killed them? I mean, you're saying yourself there was no way there was a 10th uninvited player out there when Alice was killed. And we've also refuted the possibility of Zero Senior being the 10th person. There is no 10th person. The only people alive are you, me, and Quark. That means...
You're being ridiculous. Look at their bodies. There's an axe buried in Kay's back, and the spear has been thrust all the way through Dio's stomach. Do you really think a child Quark's size could do that?
Alright then. Are you saying you killed them?
And just when would I have done that? I've been with you this whole time.
She was right. After the end of the second round of the AB game, Fi and I hadn't been out of each other's sight. We'd gone through the white door, explored the security office, solved puzzles, all of it together. I don't know what that says, Cherry. Does Sigma need a second slap? Maybe. No, wait. There had been one time. One time when I wasn't watching. The few minutes in the security office when I'd rested on the couch. Could she have snuck out then? The rec room and the security office weren't that far away from one another. If the round trip took about a minute and she'd killed them in 4 minutes, the whole thing would have only taken her 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, huh? Just how long had I been out? No, that wasn't really right. I hadn't really been out. I just felt like everything was being fast-forwarded. Probably because my mental processing speed had dropped. But how long had I been like that? It might have only felt like a few seconds to me, but it could have been much longer. And where had something like mental processing speed dropping come from? Hey, what you doing there, Fi?
Checking their bodies like before.
You did, Fluffy.
I decided to start with Dio.
Find anything?
Yeah. 2 things, actually. Take a look at this.
A knife.
Yeah.
There's something engraved on the blade, too. Myrmidons. Is that the name of the manufacturer? You're too awake to go back to sleep?
Dunno. It's not a name I've ever heard of before. But look at the handle. You've seen it before, right?
This is the knife that was stabbed into Alice's chest.
Right. From the looks of it, I'd guess the blade is about 15 centimeters long. I'd say it's probably about...
3 centimeters wide, blah blah blah. I think I heard those numbers before.
like wound cavity, 150 millimeters. Wound length, 30 millimeters. Wound width, 3 millimeters.
Yeah, that's it. When Luna scanned the old woman's body, those were the numbers it gave us for the wound.
Alright, well, wound cavity would be the depth of the wound. Wound length would be how long it is from top to bottom. And wound width would be how wide the flat end of the wound is.
You really think option 1 or 2 both at the same time are accurate as far as your theory goes? Wait, what? Hello, John DeGoat. Welcome in.
In other words,
Those numbers describe the size and shape of the wound, right?
right.
So if they match, then that means this knife was used to kill the old woman.
Well, I was just eyeballing those measurements, so we can't be sure.
Still, why does Dio have it?
He must have gotten it from Alice.
I know that. What I meant is, why'd he take it? Did he want to destroy the evidence? Maybe he was the one who killed Alice.
That would match up with what we saw.
No, wait. Hold on a second. I'm getting confused here. Alice would have had that knife first, right? She picked it up when she found it wrapped in the handkerchief next to the AB room.
Right.
So Dio took it from her and stabbed her? Ah, maybe. The avatar thing for chat is adorable. Yeah. You can feel free to pick a different one using the extensions command. That's exclamation extension, and it'll bring up a link for you. You think people are getting sick and killing each other or themselves? Maybe. Why leave it there for us to see, then come back and get it later?
Well, we can look into that more later.
Maybe.
First, I want you to have a look at something else.
What?
Don't you remember what I said? I found 2 things. There was the knife and... this.
Hey, this is that key.
What do you mean, that key?
We found it in the Golem Bay. Didn't have any idea what it was for then, though. But Alice said it might be important, so she'd hang on to it just in case.
So, Alice should have had this, right? And now
Yeah.
Dio's got it.
Yeah.
So when Dio took the knife, he also took Kay's key.
Wait. Kay's key?
Oh man. You couldn't figure it out from the shape? Get
What
over
do you
here.
mean?
A picture's worth 1,000 words. Let me show you.
Cryo, I can't confirm or deny anything you're saying because I don't want to spoil. She walked over to Kay's head, knelt down on one knee, and pointed to the back of it.
You remember this, right?
Oh yeah. So that's it. You thought Alice had the key, but it was me, Dio. It unlocks the suit, right?
Yeah. Let's give it a shot.
Before I had time to prepare myself, I shoved the key into the slot and twisted. But
It's no good. Can't get it open.
why not?
Maybe the suit is powered, and it needs to be on in order to open. But with this axe in here...
You're saying it shorted the suit out or something?
I think so. At any rate, the key fits perfectly. I don't have any doubt it's for removing Kay's suit.
You think Dio knew that when he took it?
I wonder...
So I guess we'll never know what his face really looks like.
Yeah. No way we can get that mask off with our bare hands.
Have fun, Cherry. I wonder who he was.
Well, I still haven't checked him over. Let's have a look. Maybe we'll find something that'll tell us who he is.
She'd only been searching for a few seconds before she stopped and pulled something out of Kay's robes.
Look,
What is it?
a spray bottle with luminol in it.
That's the one Tenmyoji had.
Yeah.
Then, does this mean that Kay was the one who handcuffed them to the sink?
We don't know yet. Kay
Why
might have
not?
taken the spray from Tenmyoji after he died. It's possible he made it through the white doors before we did, went to the infirmary and got this.
True.
Anyway, there's something I want to see. Turn off the lights.
Are you going to check for a luminol reaction?
Yeah. If Kay used the spray before he died, we might still be able to see it.
There's blood everywhere in here, though.
That's okay. If he didn't spray it, there won't be a reaction from any of it. Come on. Alright, do it.
We already know what this is going to show us. Done.
Thanks. Just as I thought. Look, Dio's left wrist.
The underside of his bracelet is glowing.
Exactly.
That would be important? Yeah, so we did already see this in another route. So I'm going to go over it right now. We already know that Dio is the one who killed the old woman at the beginning of the game. He took her bracelet and is snuck into this game. We know this already. But why? It is an ending that's still locked though, so we haven't seen the conclusion of that one.
Because there are traces of blood on it.
Whose blood?
We've seen 5 people with serious bleeding. The old woman, Alice, Tenmyoji, and these 2 here. I'm disinclined to think this is Dio or Kay's blood, though.
Isn't that where the needles should be? Yes, but also it's unlocked already because he's dead.
See? If you look, it's been wiped off. Except for the luminol, the bracelet looks clean. Why would someone wipe blood off a bracelet after being hit with an axe or stabbed with a spear, and then spray it with luminol? It doesn't make sense.
Then that leaves the old woman, Alice, and Tenmyoji.
Right.
Do you remember what Tenmyoji said to us in this room?
Can I see the other side of your bracelets? Please, just do it.
Do you think Tenmyoji had figured out one of the bracelets would have blood on it?
That would have meant he was looking for either Alice's blood or the old woman's.
I wonder which it was.
No idea. But whatever the case, Tenmyoji seemed to think that whoever had this bracelet was Zero Sr.
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know. Neither one of you is Zero Senior.
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Whoa, wait. Are you saying that Dio is Zero Senior?
I don't know. The only thing I can say for sure is that there's a possibility that Dio killed the other 6 victims.
Hello, Snow. Then who killed Dio?
Kay, perhaps? After he was attacked, he used the last of his strength.
Another descendant of Species B.
Huh?
Nothing. Forget about it. Anyway, if Zero Senior was Dio, then...
All of this would be over. This awful game would be over.
An ambidex gate has been opened. "45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes."
I wonder who opened that door. What? What the hell is happening? That's impossible, is it?
Quark.
Quark! Kay was assailing Dio. How would Dio hit Kay from behind? So, it's written about in some archive stuff, and I'm just going to confirm this one because this isn't really an ending that we see again. So when we were exploring the rec room, we did see that one of the functions of the suits of armor is that it came crashing down onto the shield in order to break open the Allen key that was in there, or the Allen wrench. It is written in some notes from the game things that Dio basically tricked Kay into looking at something and then used the mechanical suit of armor to hit him in the back, and basically then Kay whipped around with the javelin or whatever that is, the jousting spear, I suppose. Basically whipped around and stabbed him through the stomach and turned and pinned him to the wall. It's a bit convoluted, but that is how it supposedly had gone. I don't know how accurate that is, or whether, you know, the suit stopped the majority of the damage and then he bled out. You know, like, there's all sorts of possibilities. Anywho, Quark opened a gate.
Whatever. We need to get back to the Floor A warehouse. Hurry!
I know, I'm coming. Here we go, running back through the elevator. Taking our sweet old time. I swear an hour of this game minimum is just us running back and forth through this elevator. Damn it! There's no one here. Did they run off?
Why would they run away?
Hell if I know. How the hell did Quark open an AB gate anyway? Without a star key, he shouldn't have been able to get it open.
You must have taken one from Dio or Kay before we got to the rec room. We know they went through a white door. Remember? We saw the footage in the security office. That means they had a star key just like we did.
But you didn't find one when you searched them.
Right.
Well, maybe Quark's the suspect after all, then. You shouldn't write him off just because he's a kid. Maybe he knows how to use a lance or an axe.
That's impossible. You're being an idiot. It's much more likely he found the key card after they died.
Oh, Alright, let's go find him.
Any ideas where to look?
Nothing. How on earth would I know where he might be?
Well, there's one place I'd like to check out. Come on.
Do you know something I don't? Ah, the room Dio and Kay investigated.
Right. Aren't you curious?
Of course. Besides, Quark might be there.
Yeah.
Alright, let's move. The door says director's office.
Probably belongs to the director.
No way! I hope it has one of those chairs.
Chairs?
You know, the folding ones that say director on the back. I've always wanted to sit in one and say stuff like action or cut or double decaf chai soy latte now.
And that's what you think we'll find in there?
Yeah, aren't you excited?
Well, there could be anything in there. So, no, not really.
Yeah, what if Zero Senior was in there waiting for us?
That would make things easy. We'd settle things right now and then get the hell out.
Okay, I'm gonna
You
open
don't
it.
need to keep asking me if...
Huh?
There's no one here.
The computer's been turned on.
Yeah. Maybe Dio and Kay did that.
Oh, I don't think we get this. I don't think we can get this ending yet. What the hell is this?
A lion.
Is biting.
A sun?
It has a couple input fields for a user ID and password.
We probably can't use it unless we know what those are.
Why don't you put something in?
Sure, I'll give it a shot. Yeah, just as I thought. Might as well forget about this thing for now. We can't get anywhere without a password. Let's see if we can find any other clues. This is the director's office after all. If we turn the place upside down, we're bound to find something. Shall we?
Phi turned and headed off towards a bookshelf, leaving me alone next to the desk. I felt compelled to stay and found myself staring at the screen. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. A lion biting the sun. Memento Mori. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Remember death. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Could this be the ninth lion? Then maybe Memento Mori. Remember death. Memento Mori. Remember death. Wait a minute, that didn't happen in this timeline. Memento Mori. What did we just see there? We have not found this, password. And we cannot get them yet. Sorry, guys. We can't have this ending yet. Because even though I could just put the password in, I could do that technically. But I feel like that would be defeating the purpose of the game. So, we're not going to do that. It was no good. I didn't know anything. Still, I couldn't shake the feeling I'd seen the ID and password somewhere before. Gotta head to class. Good luck with the detective work. Thank you, Eviolite. Now, how unsatisfying is that? We've been going for what? 3 hours now? There's no ending? We could go back up here and betray, or we could go through a new chromatic door. At this point, I think that we should probably go through a new door, just because there's not really anything gained from this, I don't think. You know what? Let's go down it anyway. We'll go down this real quick, and then we will, we'll go for another. We'll see if I feel up to going for another door. Betray. I can't remember how much there is after this one.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
There might be something here.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Sigma, why? You promised. How could you? Why won't you say something? At least give me an excuse. Say you wanted to protect everybody, or you slipped and hit the wrong button. Anything. I don't care if it's a lie. Just say something. I can't trust you anymore, can I? I see. All right then. You did it so that you could get more points, right?
I wanted to say no, but I couldn't. She was right. He needs to find out the alternative ending, yeah, basically. I shut my eyes and turned away.
I trusted you. Goodbye.
Luna's face twisted as she spun away, but not before I saw tears glistening in the corners of her eyes. My heart sank into my stomach like a lump of lead. I'd lost something very precious. Like they say, trust takes years to build, but only a second to break. If only I could have taken that second back, but that was impossible. Life only moves in one direction, and you only get to make your choices once. The past is the past, and it stays there.
Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey! Wait!
Clover yelled after him, but Tenmyoji ignored her and continued toward the magenta door. She glared at his receding back and muttered something under her breath. Something must have happened between them.
Tenmyoji, you're going to go look for Quark, right?
Yeah, so?
I want to help.
No thanks.
Really?
Much as I'd like to say that, I need all the help I can get. Think you can give me a hand?
Of course. Let's go.
They headed off through the magenta door together. Clover was left standing by herself, brows furrowed and head down, deep in thought. Then suddenly she stood up straight and took off through the cyan door. I turned and saw that only Phi and Kay were left. Where's Dio?
He went off toward the yellow door while you and Luna were talking.
He just walked out?
Yes. He did check the results before he left.
I bet he wasn't very happy. If I had chosen Betray, he'd be sitting pretty with 9 BP. If I had chosen Betray, he'd be sitting pretty with 9 BP right now.
I imagine he would. Fortunately, Phi is much too clever for that. That was why I chose Ally. It was an easy decision.
But if you'd betrayed her, then you'd have been able to get out of here.
Perhaps, but I made a promise to Phi.
Okay. Were you really sure Kay wouldn't betray you?
Of course not. I'm not an idiot. I didn't really have a choice, though. The only option was to trust him.
That's so.
Yeah. Don't you think that's important? Trusting someone, I mean. Alright. We should go and look for Quark, too.
Indeed. Best we split up, wouldn't you say?
Kay kept his promise to Phi, but not to Sigma. True. We did say, and each one of us left for a different area of the facility. I took the magenta door, Phi went to the yellow door, and Kay took the cyan door. You're right, Fluffy. That's true. But no matter how hard I looked, Quark was nowhere to be found. Eventually, I decided to head back to the warehouse. Tenmyoji! What's going on? You found Quark?
Wouldn't be here if I hadn't.
Where was he?
Like I'm gonna tell you that.
What? Did I do something wrong?
You broke your promise to Luna. I don't like people who break promises.
There was no rebuttal for that. Well, I'm glad you found him.
Ha! Oh, you got some balls saying that, acting like you give a shit about him.
Is he okay? He looks tired.
He's just sleeping. Seems somebody shot him up with some kind of anesthetic.
Someone? Who?
Hell if I know. And honestly, I don't really care anymore.
Why not?
Quark's safe. Now, all I have to do is get him out of here, and this'll all be over.
Wait. You make it sound like you can get out right now.
I can. Well, he can.
How?
Didn't you see the results? Quark's PP is...
9.
Exactly.
So you're gonna have him pull the lever and open the number 9 door.
Yeah, of course, he's gonna need my help to do that.
But what about you? You've only got 4 BP. Even if you can get the door open, you'll...
3. Now, maybe some of you are thinking, oh ho, if my BP is too low, then I'll just have someone with enough BP open the door. And I'll just slip through when it's open. Well, that's not gonna happen. If you think you can be sneaky, well...
Think I don't know that? Doesn't matter, though. So long as Quark is safe, then I...
My guard was down. I barely even saw him move. It wasn't until pain exploded in my stomach that I realized Tenmyoji had kicked me. Ugh. I let out a strained sort of wheeze and collapsed to the floor. Blinking against the pain, I managed to find Tenmyoji again. He'd maneuvered Quark up to the number 9 door. Stop! Tenmyoji! Moving made me retch, and before I could recover and call out again, he'd done it. Tenmyoji's hand pressed Quark's against the lever. He looked back at me over his shoulder.
Sorry. Door's almost open, so it's time I was on my way.
Tenmyoji, don't be an idiot. If you go through there, you'll...
Believe me, I know. But I gotta stay with him as long as I can. Couldn't live with myself if I just tossed him out there unconscious, you know?
Then stay here.
Can't do that.
Why not?
There's a killer here. It's too dangerous. I can't take that risk with Quark's life.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
See ya.
Tenmyoji, wait! Don't do this. We're gonna end after this, I think, Fluffy. Tenmyoji! Tenmyoji!
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
You expect the others to come running? That was how it ended. Had Tenmyoji died? Had Quark escaped? I didn't know. I laid my hand gently against my aching stomach and stared up at the ceiling. Faint approaching footsteps echoed through the warehouse. One of them was a killer. Whatever. It didn't matter anymore. I was never going to see the outside world again. Perhaps it would be better if I had just let them kill me. I lay back and closed my eyes. could go a bit longer. I'm actually feeling up to it. I'm gonna leave. Guess we play a Fallout bunker now and repopulate it. I'm gonna put up a poll, I suppose. There's 8 people still here. That's what the poll's gonna look like. Okay. Stream was a maze. Oh, one more room. We got a couple votes for one more room. Two for one more room, one for go to bed. Oh, that's a 50-50. Oh, that's 5 votes. Can always watch tomorrow. We're gonna be doing Danganronpa tomorrow. We might come back to this Wednesday. Honestly, there's so many endings that I just want to like. You meant the VOD? True. I'll let it go up for a minute more, probably. You're going to bed? Bye, Fluffy. Night-night. You'll try to be earlier next time? Yeah, we started, 3 hours ago, Snow. Unfortunately. I'm sorry. I am going to go in and, like, at least get us... Because we gotta go, like, back up high up here. Okay. So I'm gonna jump to here, and then I'm just gonna drop the save. So... Yep. Okay, yeah, it looks like we're gonna end here. Let me look for a nice old raid for you guys to go on. How did we enjoy tonight? Some interesting things, some things left unspoken. Some interesting thoughts. How do we feel? How are we feeling? Take care. Thanks. I'm gonna find us a quick raid to go on so that you guys can at least go somewhere else. We'll go over here, I guess. Let me just set this up to take us over there. Blub. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. Why was I doing it like this? We had a lot of people here tonight, honestly. Makes me smile a little. I hope everybody enjoyed what we did. Here is the link in case you get lost on this raid. I know it's going to be a small raid. Here's the link. And until next time, bye!